Up, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. But you look at this defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL. And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5. 9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a 1st down, but for big yardage as well.
On 1st down, Drake. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Thunderbirds get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Duggan now to throw. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
To throw is Duggan. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Duggan. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Blues respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Murray now. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4. When you look at this defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Murray and company going for it on 4th. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Murray again. This is Drake. And he stopped immediately there. Nick Bosa, Defensive Player of the Year, in on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Play fake. Murray rolling to his right. And this is caught. It's Brown. 7-7, our score after 1. So on the other side of the field now. It's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a run up the middle with Drake. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know the securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Drake.
And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
On 1st and goal, Drake. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Murray now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. Touchdown! Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guys have taken the lead. Prater on to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here's Duggan to throw. The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Duggan will look to throw this.
That is caught. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
First catch of the game there for Samuel, and it results in a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Taken down at the 42.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Duggan looking to throw.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for the touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 58 yards.
And the Blues are an extra point away from drawing level. Moody good with the extra point.
And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see.
Murray fighting, lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or it could have been trouble.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down.
Running from the shotgun with Drake. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll send out their punter now. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Throwing, Duggan. Throw outside, McCaffrey's got it. And they get
before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
On 1st and 10, Dugan. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Dugan. Eluding the pressure right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Back to throw again. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Taken at the 37.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Down the right sideline.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
107 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
That looked like a two-deep coverage, which we call cover two. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. On 2nd down, it's Drake. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and they take a 17-14 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Yeah, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. All told, they get 13 yards on that play.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Come on,
He was
hit
hit as
this
he
one.
threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Dugan. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Dugan. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Blues have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Moody good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, that he opted for the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. A handoff to the right side. It's Drake. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. And now they're in the hurry-up. Murray changing the play. On 3rd and
short. They'll try and pick it up through the air.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. On the option, here's Drake.
And caught it up.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Now Murray off play action.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case,
and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Blues are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
that part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And quickly, they get to the line. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
They're going for it. It's Murray. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. McCaffrey running up the middle. Oh, nice move. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
To throw on third down, Dugan. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And his kick is good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
138 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Up the middle they go with Drake, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Throwing now is Murray. going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
On the give, this is Drake. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Here's Murray.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Murray's got to have this one. He's going deep for Brown. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, though?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He holds it in. And they rattle off a big one. 55 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Duggan now to throw.
Able to get away.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. To the sideline and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown! Marquise Brown, 66 yards.
And the Thunderbirds have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. Good gain there on first down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
That's complete left side to Gray. And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Duggan.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Danny Gray,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Blues are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On first down, Drake. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. But fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up